Well, it's official. Warzone 2 is a dead game. Okay, I've justified the clickbait. You guys can leave now. Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to some Modern Warfare 2. Now, as far as what I'm going to be doing today, I will be talking about the whole Warzone situation in a minute, giving my good old, wholly uneducated take that I know you guys love. Gameplay-wise, though, I'm probably just going to keep chewing through camos over here. I do want to get going with some of these, like, Path of the Ronin challenges or whatever, but most of these seem like things you can do by just playing the game, so I'm pretty sure I don't have to do anything specific. 25 melee operator kills. Yikes. That's not getting done today. Also, while we're searching here, make sure you leave a like if you're enjoying the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I hope you guys enjoy me fear-mongering about the death of one of the world's most popular video games. So in case you guys ended up missing it or you just don't pay attention to this sort of thing, it's been a bit of a rough week for Warzone on Twitter. Nobody saw that. But yeah, over the course of this week, a whole bunch of different content creators, Warzone pros, people that are just in and around the game and its community and stuff, pretty much collectively came out on Twitter and started just shitting on the game. Did he just spawn back? He did. Is this how the lobbies are gonna be today, man? I'm really not in the mood. But yeah, the Warzone community just generally expressed how they've been feeling like ignored and that, you know, they've given all this feedback to Infinity Ward and Activision, and for all intents and purposes, the shit's just going basically ignored. What the fuck is happening? This game is a fucking mess. I shouldn't be reload. There is no way, man. Come on. Is this the shotgun that's been, like, wreaking havoc in Warzone recently, by the way? Holy fuck, I can't even focus on this shit at all. There is absolutely no way that this guy should win that gunfight. I don't care. I see what the Warzone guys are complaining about. That shit is fucking ridiculous. So yeah, the Warzone community pretty much collectively voiced their discontent for Warzone, and then, you know, started throwing around the usual statements of, oh, Warzone's dying, it's a dead game, it's slowly bleeding out, Warzone 1 was always better. What the fuck is, like, dude, this is actually the worst shoot house lobby I've ever played. I don't understand what's going on at all. It's not that it's sweaty, it just makes no sense. What is happening? Anyway, before I say anything else about the Warzone situation, not to sound like too petty or anything, but it is kind of humorous to see that Warzone's kind of having to deal with what the multiplayer community has been putting up with for the last, I don't know, 3 years straight, as far as just being basically completely fucking ignored by the devs in favor of Warzone. Because, I mean, those of us who play multiplayer on a regular basis, we know, you know, even all the way back to Modern Warfare 2019, the devs routinely put multiplayer on the back burner for Warzone. I mean, I still remember that one infamous patch where the patch in question, I believe, was nerfing the Grau and did some kind of change to the MP5, both of which were like kind of meta weapons in multiplayer. And they put out this patch like, I think 4 days before a major or something like that. It might have been longer. It might have been like a couple weeks or something, but it was not very much time for the pros to adjust. But the reason that this patch was being pushed out was because the weapons that were getting nerfed were running rampant in Warzone. Like, the devs risked compromising the competitive integrity of a major tournament so that they could adjust things for Warzone. And I remember back then, like, as the multiplayer community, we'd never fucking seen anything like it. Because bear in mind, this was still Warzone's first year. To us, this was like, imagine Treyarch making sweeping changes to Black Ops 4 for the, you know, benefit of Blackout or something right before a tournament. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you and your stupid shotgun. So anyway, to bring this point to a close, again, not to be too petty, but it is kind of funny to me that it's sort of come full circle at this point where now, you know, it's the Warzone community feeling like the devs are literally just ignoring them for no reason. I mean, not that multiplayer is getting any better attention. We're kind of collectively up shit creek at this point, you know what I mean? But still, it's cool. It's like we have this camaraderie now. Warzone and multiplayer can come together over how collectively little it feels like Activision cares about us. So anyway, as far as the actual criticisms themselves being levied, aside from the devs not listening and shit, most of it has to do with like the movement and the pace of the game and how slow it is. There was also an issue where like they changed around the Resurgence playlist for some reason. I think that removing Resurgence solos was the thing that kicked all of this off. Also, by the way, I wish there was like a camo checker in game. Like I could check my progress while I'm in a lobby because I have no idea if I finished this weapon yet or not. So now I'm just gonna have to use the next one. Oh my god. Come out a door and they all just spawn in with shotguns. The shipment classic. But anyway, the Warzone community got pretty upset about the whole, you know, being drip-fed playlists thing, which again, as a multiplayer guy, I can definitely relate to, because for whatever reason, Infinity Ward continually insists on removing shipment for reasons nobody seems to be able to explain. Dude, what the fuck is this, man? That was a shotgun. Is this a joke? Dude, what is even the state of this game? Yeah, and this might be a lobby to back out of. These kids are playing like complete fucking nerds. All right, no. Listen, I know that's kind of the experience that I signed up for, but give me a fucking break, dude. So anyway, to sort of wrap this whole thing up, do I think Warzone's a dead game? Honestly, not really. Don't get me wrong, I've seen the gameplay. I understand that the state of the game is really not very good and people are leaving it in droves and shit, but at the end of the day, I mean, this is just typical COD cycle shit, right? Multiplayer goes through the same thing every single year. The new game comes out, it's cool for a minute, we get pissed off about all the stuff that we don't like about it and how slowly it's changing. Cue the community saying that Call of Duty is dying, it's a dead franchise, it's a dead game. The devs don't know how to make a good game, they don't care about us, it's just money-grubbing nonsense. And then everybody goes back and plays the older games, and all of a sudden, last year's game, which we said the exact same things about, is now all of a sudden the greatest Call of Duty they ever made. It's been happening to multiplayer for over a decade, so it stands to reason that it's gonna happen to Warzone as well. Dude, are you fucking serious? Who puts down 2 claymores so they can sit in the corner? Actual fucking degenerate, honestly. Now, again, this isn't to say that Warzone 2 doesn't have its problems. This game has its problems. This game's got a lot of fucking problems. But does that mean that Modern Warfare 2019 is the best multiplayer COD they ever made, actually, and we just didn't appreciate it? No. Modern Warfare 2019 is still probably the worst multiplayer Call of Duty experience I have ever played. So anyway, as far as all these people like going back and playing Caldera and shit, I mean, I'm not saying you can't like that game or think it's better or anything like that. I'm just saying, don't forget about all the shit that was said about Caldera, you know, while it was fresh and new, because I remember everybody fucking hated it when it came out. There were people begging to have fucking Verdansk back, which then in and of itself, we have the same fucking phenomenon, because when Verdansk was done, people couldn't wait to be rid of the fucking thing. Come on, bro. Dude, he's back! Fucking moron. Oh my god, he had a friend. Well, I guess if you're gonna play like a degenerate, you might as well not do it alone, right? Dude, this guy with the claymores needs to stop. Like, Andy has a fire shotgun, dude. This is one of the biggest degenerates I've ever seen on this game. He's running double lethals for the extra claymore, a fire shotgun, and I think I saw him with a riot shield on earlier. What a Chad! Dude, what the fuck is happening? Help. Dude, if this flaming shotgun shit is gonna be the meta from now on, I need to find a different game to play. I can't handle this. So anyway, to kind of wrap up this rambling point, I don't think Warzone's dead or dying or anything. Is the player count going down? Probably. I mean, people are justifiably upset with the current state of the game and the, you know, level of support that the game's been getting. But still, that doesn't mean that the game isn't like one big update away from just bringing everybody back, and now all of a sudden, Warzone 2.0 is the best battle royale on the market. The gaming community is fickle like that, and Warzone even more so. I mean, seriously, I was memeing on it earlier, but this is like the 5th or 6th time that Warzone's been a quote-unquote dead game, according to the community. We just seem to have a very short-term memory as a Call of Duty community, I think. I don't know what the fuck that guy was doing. I mean, case in point is like the hacking situation, right? Like, I literally see people on Twitter that are like, you know, Call of Duty news channels and shit, unironically saying, has the hacking situation ever been this bad in Warzone? Yes, yes it has. I distinctly remember the hacking situation being this bad. I remember all the clips of Nadeshot and Tim the Tatman on stream spectating blatant hackers, and the shit was happening like every 3 or 4 games. It felt like every content creator and their mother was making at least a video a week titled something like, I spectated the biggest hacker in Warzone. So it's like, yeah, we've been through this before. This is nothing new. Anyway, to sum everything up, I totally get where the Warzone community is coming from as far as being frustrated with the state of the game and feeling like the devs aren't doing enough to try and like correct the course. Believe me, as a multiplayer guy, I completely understand. We have had how many fucking years now of multiplayer just getting the absolute ass end of the stick, so trust me, we know more than most people what this is like. However, does that mean that Warzone's a dead game? No, not really. I mean, obviously, if things don't change or get better, yeah, we're gonna start running into some problems here, but everything Activision does is data-driven. At the end of the day, if the game is bleeding players, eventually they will do something to correct it. Whether that's a long-term fix, like fixing all the gameplay issues that people are complaining about, or it's a short-term thing like adding fucking Snoop Dogg into the game or something to get the casuals back. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's gonna be something. And yeah, that's about it for this one. As always, if you did enjoy this video, definitely make sure you leave a like, and subscribe if you want to come back for more content. That's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one.